Good morning, Robert. Happy Thursday. I hope you're ready for your last day of school today. I hope that everything went really well, and I hope that you have plans to spend some time outside tomorrow and the rest of this weekend because it's going to be gorgeous. Let's jump right in with that Go Noodle Flow, bud. Here we go. There's the Go Noodle. Here we go.
Melting, melting, melting. We all have those moments when we freeze. We can't move. We can't think. But with practice, we can get good at melting that frozen feeling. Let's freeze up and then melt. Stand up in a spot with a little space around you. Cross your arms and hold your shoulders with your hands. Carefully tuck your chin down and in. Tighten as many muscles in your body as you can. Let your body be frozen, like an ice statue. Feet tight, legs tense, belly tight, shoulders up. Now, even make a frozen face. Close your eyes, your mouth, your jaw, tight. Feeling frozen? Really still? Now, little by little, begin to melt. Let your chin stay low as your face softens and melts. Your jaw opens slightly, your eyes blink open, just a little. Your mouth and cheeks melt and feel soft. You're melting. Let your shoulders melt and go down. Hands let go. Arms glide down to your sides, melting. Let your legs melt too. Soften and bend. Melt. Try to melt all the way to the floor. Down, down, down. Let yourself be a blob, a puddle on the floor. Melted all the way to soft. Exhale long. Once frozen and tight, and now melted, a little more at ease. Let's do it again. This time, choose your own frozen statue. Be creative. Freeze your arms. Freeze your legs. Freeze your face. Make a funny face if you'd like. Freeze there. Tighten. Freeze, freeze, freeze. You're frozen. Close your eyes or keep them open. Stay frozen for just one more moment. Ready to melt? One icy part of you at a time begins to melt. Face, eyes, jaw, head, chin goes down, shoulders drop, fingers soften and droop, hands too, arms float down. You are melting. Let your legs allow you to melt down to the floor. Melt, 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 droop, settle, and rest. Melted. Try to feel at ease here. Soft. Check in on your body. Is any area still frozen? Notice that tightness. Melt it if you wish. Rest here. Breathe. Eyes are open or closed. Next time you feel frozen, in your mind or in your body, try to melt it away.
Good stuff. Always one of our favorites. The next thing we're going to do, Robert, is start to work on our alphabet binder, writing out our favorite name, Robert. So we've got the first letter. Oh, hold on, I didn't share it. I knew I was goofing up something. First one we've got is the R for Robert, the r sound that we hear in Robert, the letter R. When we make a letter R, we do one straight line down, one half a circle, and one line down. The next letter we have is the O, the ah sound that we hear in Robert. The O. When we draw our O, remember we do lots of circles around and around and around and around. It's very, very fun. When we do our b sound, I know mom does b with you to make the b sound that we hear in Bert. The B. When we make a B, we go one straight line down and two half circles. The b sound in Bert. The next one is our twofer, our E and our R. We put an E and we put an R, and together the ER, it's our twofer, the sound that we hear in E and R. When we make our E, one straight line down and three little lines across, and then our R's, the same as at the beginning, one straight line down, one half a circle, and then a diagonal line down. And then the last one is our sound that we hear in Robert, T, R-O-B-E-R-T, R-O-B-E-R-T. That spells our favorite guy, Robert. That's you, pal. Make sure that you take some time, either now or later, to go to that STAR app and practice drawing out those words drawing out those letters the way I described. You'll hear those sounds that you really like. So either take some time right now, pause this video and go do that, or make sure you practice them at the end. I know you'll do it. We're gonna jump back into now your numbers, another favorite of ours. Okay, our very first one, the number 1. There is only one Robert Percy, and you, sir, have one nose that does all your smelling. You have one mouth that does all your smiling, and you have one heart that is our most favorite, and it makes us love you so much. The number 1. When we count, it's 1. The number 1. When we draw a 1, we go straight down, easy peasy. The next one is the number 2. 1, 2. We just drag them over. 1, 2. We have 2 eyes for seeing, 2 ears for hearing, and 2 lungs that help you breathe. 1, 2. When we draw a 2, we do that curved line at the top, straight diagonal down, and then a little line across for the number 2. Next up is my giggle slide, the number 3, Robert Percy. 1, 2, 3. Drag them over. 1, 2, 3. We see our aliens that have 3 of different things, 3 eyes, 3 hands, 3 legs. And we also know Robert Percy has a secret third of something too. But when we make our number 3, remember we do a half a circle, meet in the middle, and then another half a circle to meet in the middle. The number 3. Next up is our number 4. That's our counting one. We have our 1, 2 hands and our 3, 4 feet. That gives us 1, 2, 3, 4. The number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Let's move our counters across. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The number 4. When we draw a 4, lots of lines. 1 down, 1 across, and then 1 big one straight down to give us the number 4. And last one, our 5. This is when we get to give a high 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. High 5. Move our counters across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. High 5. Very good. And when we draw our 5, we do 1 little line across, 1 line down, and then our half a circle at the bottom to give you the number 5. Make sure that you take some time now by pausing this video or at the end to make sure you practice drawing these numbers on your STAR app. That's super, super important. So make sure you know these numbers. Okay, next up, gonna do our sports song. Let's roll right into that sports song, sir. Oh no, I lied to you. Sports are done. We are on to modes of transportation, brand new. We have a brand new song to listen to today, and it's a transportation song. Different ways that we get from place to place. Here we go.
Faster. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Monster Math presents Addition Below 10.
Awesome. I liked that one because it also had our counting in it too when they were counting for blast off for that rocket ship. So we are doing all different kinds of transportation today, or this week, these next couple weeks. We're going to listen to one more song, and it's all about an airplane.
Airplanes, airplanes, flying all around the sky. Airplanes, airplanes, flying way up high. Some airplanes are as big as a building, some are as small as a car.
That's amazing!
Some airplanes transport people, some fly near to the stars.
That's far!
Some airplanes fly with propellers, some airplanes fly with jet engines. I love to look up and see their wings waving down at me.
Yay, airplane!
Airplanes, airplanes, flying all around the sky. Airplanes, airplanes, flying way up high. Some airplanes can land on water, but most land on landing strips.
So versatile!
Some airplanes fly just for fun, some fly for business trips.
Business or pleasure?
You can make an airplane out of paper, throw it in the air and watch it go. I love to look up and see its wings waving down at me.
Hey, airplane!
Airplanes, airplanes, flying all around the sky. Airplanes, airplanes, flying way up high. Airplanes, airplanes, flying all around the sky. Airplanes, airplanes, flying way up high.
I like that one very,
Big
very,
grown-ups.
very much. It's a new one, and I like it. We're going to read one story today that's called Angela's Airplane, and I can read it to you. So here we go. Angela's airplane. Angela's father took her to the airport, but when they got there, a terrible thing happened. Angela's father got lost. Angela looked under airplanes and on top of airplanes and beside airplanes, but she couldn't find him anywhere. So Angela decided to look inside an airplane. She saw one with an open door and climbed up the steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right to the top. Her father was not in there, and neither was anyone else. Angela had never been in an airplane before. In the front, there was a seat that had lots of buttons all around. Angela loved to push buttons, so she walked up to the front, sat down in a seat, and said to herself, "It's okay if I push just one button. Don't you think it's okay if I push just one button?" "Oh, yes, it's okay. Yes, 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 yes." Then she slowly pressed the bright red button. Right away, the door closed. Angela said, "It's okay if I just push one more button. Don't you think it's okay if I push just one more button?" "Oh, yes, it's okay. Yes, 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 yes." Slowly, she pushed the yellow button. Right away, the lights came on. Angela said, "It's okay if I push just one more button. Don't you think it's okay if I push just one more button?" She pushed the green button right away. The motor came on. Vroom, 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 vroom. Angela said, "Yikes," and pushed all the buttons at once. The airplane took off and right up into the air. When Angela looked out the window, she saw that she was very high in the sky. She didn't know how to get down. The only thing to do was to push one more button. So she slowly pushed the black button. It was a radio button. A voice came on the radio and said, "Bring back the plane, you thief." Angela said, "My name is Angela. I'm 5 years old and I don't know how to fly planes." "Oh dear," said the voice. "What a mess. Listen carefully, Angela. Take the steering wheel and turn it to the left." Angela turned the wheel and very slowly the airplane went in a big circle and came back right over the airport. "Okay," said the voice. "Now pull back on the wheel." Angela pulled back on the wheel and the airplane slowly went down the runway. It hit once and bounced. It hit again and bounced. Then one wing scraped the ground. Right away, the whole plane smashed and broke into little pieces. Angela was left sitting on the ground and she didn't even have a scratch. All sorts of cars and trucks came speeding out the terminal. There were police cars, ambulances, fire trucks, and buses, and all sorts of people came running. But in front of everybody was Angela's father. He picked her up and said, "Angela, are you all right?" "Yes," said Angela. "Oh, Angela," he said, "the airplane is not all right. It's in very small pieces." "I know," said Angela. "It was a mistake." "Well, Angela," said her father, "promise me you will never fly another airplane." "I promise," said Angela. "Are you sure?" said the father. Angela said very loudly, "I promise, I promise, I promise." Angela didn't fly an airplane for a very long time, but when she grew up, she didn't become a doctor, she didn't become a truck driver, she didn't become a secretary, and she didn't become a nurse. She became an airplane pilot. The end. Very silly book. A 5-year-old probably cannot fly an airplane. I hope that you have a good day working on the rest of this craft. I'm going to share my screen one more time so you can see it, but there's also the direction video. You can see it looks like this right here. You have the a piece of paper for the background where you can do the two hands that you'll cut out after you paint your hands and put them on there. Then you've got the big plane piece, and you've got a little red part for that nose. And then I also did give you some cotton balls for clouds. So you can click that how to see all the directions. Hope you have a great day, buddy, and an awesome weekend. See you next week.